the registered delegate? I'll take that as a yes, and I'll ask the clerk to call the registered delegation.
Matthew Nicol.
Mr. Nicol, thank you for your patience. Welcome. Council looks forward to your information.
Thank you very much. All right, let's just do this. Okay, so I titled this one Smart Parking in the Oakville Smart City. And I started off this slide here with the ISO Technical Committee 268, Sustainable Cities and Communities. Basically, the ISO is an international standards organization, and countries have their own standards organizations that are members of the ISO and the IEC. So with this one, basically, it talks about standardization in sustainable cities, aka smart cities, in both rural and urban environments, contributing to sustainable development. Next slide, please. Sorry for the blurry image. This is Patricia McCarney. She runs what is called the World Council on City Data, and she is a member of ISO Technical Committee 268. The World Council on City Data basically hooks up cities to the ISO standards, and she operates, in Mississauga, Vaughan, Oshawa, but she has an office at UFT. Next slide, please. More redundant stuff here on smart cities in terms of contributing to sustainable development through, in particular, mobility and transport, digitization. So you can look at your digitalized MVPs like we were speaking about earlier. And as well, it gets into ICTs, aka information communication technologies, which are your smartphones for smart payments. Next slide. This, of course, applies to rural and urban areas, especially when we take into consideration things like smart farming, but that's a conversation for another day. Next slide, please. So smart cities implementing a smart parking ecosystem. This was a report that was addressed to Transport Canada, actually. So incorporated in 1960, you have J.J. McKay Canada Limited, or McKay Meters, is a Canadian-based company dealing with parking technology. Next slide, please. So in 1985, they introduced the first fully electronic parking meter, and then by the 90s, you had the smart chip technology implemented in parking equipment, as well as wireless technology, and then by 2003, credit card acceptance. Next slide, please. So various additions to a certified parking meter, including basically a recycling emblem, but again, the circular economy and circular economy models are a conversation for another time. Next slide. So as smartphones became streamlined, the phone booth met its demise. So when mobile payments come into play, it ushers significant change in the industry and possibly even diminishes other forms of payments, including cash, which I have actually seen in Mississauga libraries that don't take cash. I'm from Mississauga, by the way. And smart parking equipment providers manage all forms of payment and support, including, next slide, coin acceptance, credit card, contactless payment, mobile payment, and that smart cities should introduce a mobile payment program that's integrated with smart parking equipment. Next slide. So the head of the Standards Council of Canada is Francois Coallier, who is also a member of the IEC and the ISO. Next slide, please. So C, smart everything everywhere. Internet of Things systems are key enablers of smart everything everywhere. Internet of Things is how devices connect to each other, like your phone to your car. Next slide, please. And you get into different forms of, smart everything. So smart payments, like I was saying, smart buildings, smart society. Next slide. So Honk and 11X collaborate to enhance parking experience and traffic flow in the town of Oakville. So Honk deals with contactless payments for parking and mobility, and 11X developed Exact Park, which deals with real-time parking occupancy and availability and payment capability to drivers in Oakville. Next slide, please. 11X is smart parking solution. Exact Park features SPSX sensors that are basically fully embedded in the ground in 1,200 spaces in downtown Oakville. This number might have changed since this article was released. And it shows whether parking spots are available or not. Next slide. And drivers can check their phone or computer, a digital variable message signage, or the Honk app, which provides online payment capabilities. Next slide. This is the digital twin. Next slide, please. So their definition, the ISO IEC definition of a digital twin basically deals with data connections that enable convergence between the physical and digital states at an appropriate rate of synchronization. So people that are watching this video, this is my digital twin, hello. Next slide, please. A digital twin is basically a digital representation of a real world entity or system. So it can apply to utilities and that sort of a thing, not just simply a digital image. And it mirrors a process of a physical object and a massive real-time, real-world data measurement. And mirroring is done through synchronization using data streams which are generated by sensors and transactions. So think about the mobile payments I was talking about and the sensors that are embedded into the ground. And digital twins are key enablers of smart everything everywhere. Next slide, please. Environmental monitoring, Internet of Things environmental monitoring gets into smart cities, smart sensors, monitoring networks, and cloud-based telemetry. Next slide, please. We have Martin Maier, a member of the IEEE, who works at the Optical Zeitgeist Laboratory, which is part of INRS in Quebec, the Institut National de la Recherche Scientifique. I apologize for the French pronunciation. He sits on a review board for the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada, and he works in various fields from robotics, 6G, tactile internet, extended reality, and Web3 technologies. Web3 means blockchain, that's what we'll be getting into. Next slide, please. So Web3 ecosystems are purpose-driven tokens that act as incentives and rewards users for contributing to the growth of decentralized applications and blockchain-based networks. So the next slide, please. I'll elaborate on those purpose-driven tokens in a bit. So basically, digital and physical world are connected through intelligent machines, creating an internet of senses, and observing and acting in real time can be done by looking into the past and future, which is where the parking sensors come into play. Next slide. So this all builds up to something called Society 5.0 here. And basically it says emerging cyber physical social systems aims to integrate humans into cyber physical systems at social, cognitive, and physical levels. This is part of a build-up toward Society 5.0. The term was coined in Japan and basically represents a quote-unquote super smart society where we're basically teleoperating robots in our day-to-day life. Next slide. This is all part of something called the biodigital convergence, which is the merging of biological life with digital components, also known as the nano-bio-info-cogno experiment. These four sections, nano for nanotechnology and nanoscience, bio for biotechnology and gene editing, which we won't be able to get into today, info for IT, computer stuff, and cogno for cognitive science, whether neuroscience or psychology. Next slide. So these are some various examples of applications and technologies involved in the biodigital convergence, which I did not sign up for, and I don't think anybody signed up for if they don't even know it's happening, that they are a part of this experiment, and that's exactly why I came here today. So that will conclude my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for your information.
No problem. Do I have questions, or are those hands raised from the previous from the previous individuals?
I just have one, and
Yeah.
we do have them in the road in downtown, and they fail. And so, do you know, is it a weather condition that might cause them to fail? Do you have any insight into that?
Not really, no, but I understand that in stormwater in particular, that monitoring, sensors are also used for monitoring weather conditions as well, and there are various kinds of biosensors. So I'm not sure what you're getting at about it failing for are you saying that it's failing for parking, or like, could you elaborate a little bit?
It doesn't accurately report the parking because the signal is not working.
Oh, Well, that's unfortunate, but regardless, I mean, when it comes down to sensors in and of itself too, like they're integrated in smart farming, measuring when a crop grows, and then you eat that, and your body's literally hooked up to the internet, right? That's not something I, consented to, but that's again a conversation for another day.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you for hearing me out, and take care of yourselves.
Councillor Nanda?
Thank you. Through you, Mayor Burton. Thank you for the presentation. Just had a couple of questions. I know we had discussed this previously as well,